Good morning, everybody. I lie again. It's not morning. Why? Force of habit. It's those early morning vlog hours. Like today, this morning, it was a busy morning. Busy morning. My Thursdays are rough. Flat out. Always rough. Because I have to edit a vlog for Real Talk Vlogs podcast today. Every Thursday to post for Friday. So like, that makes my day kind of hectic a little bit on its own. But here nor there. Plus I dropped my plus I gotta drop Colton off at school. His name is Tom, and he's already being mischievous around the house. I caught this video of him this morning, and he knocked a box of cereal over. Check it out. Tom, you made a. If you follow me on Instagram, you would probably seen the tire that separated from the wheel on the side of the highway. It was some sketchy stuff, but it happened. Anyway, the tire's fixed. Probably against most service advisors, I only bought one tire, and we're gonna rotate it to the back so it's not on the steering side of things, and both front tires match. I know there's some people out there right now cringing and yelling and gritting their teeth and saying, no, you can't do that, that's not right. But how bad is it really? We're talking about like 4 seconds here, maybe difference in tires. Next time we're at the farm, I'll actually measure the tires, but does it really make a difference? I don't believe it's going to. There's a difference. This is my personal. I can fuck with this thing, I can screw it up. If I notice something, yeah, we're gonna fix it. But on a customer's car, at bare minimum, you do tires on an axle line. Like, I would sell a customer, if you're gonna do this tire, you really should do this one. Now granted, is that potentially just society telling us through sales tactics that were programmed into people? I don't know. I'm going down a conspiracy route. Anyway, that's how I would sell it. At the end of the day, 4 tires, yeah, I don't, unless you were going from like new to bald or bald to new. Yeah, if you were going from like no 30 seconds to brand new, yeah, that might be a problem. Even front to back, I kind of wonder if that would be. There's somebody smarter out there in the world that can answer this question directly. And if you are watching this, let me know in the comments section below. Through torque vectoring and all those crazy engineering terms that I can't really come up with off the top of my tongue, would it be a big deal? I know somebody's out there. I know there is. I need to change a tire. Actually, I gotta change 2 tires, but oh, let's get it done. Ooh, not fast hands there. All right, for all of you who may or may not have an Audi, or this is your first Audi and somehow the AI has landed you here and you are now watching my content, and I hope you're liking this video. So if you are, smash that like button. And if you're new to the channel and you want to see more, right now, guys, we're in the middle of VlogMas, 24 days of straight content between now and Christmas Eve. People do not understand what these are. I've seen more cracked center caps. The way you guys get these center caps off, for those who don't know or haven't bought an Audi, or maybe even own a Volkswagen, inside of here, inside of this little box, there's this tool. It looks like this. You stick that guy in there. Boom. Let's see that again in slow motion. Here we go. Super easy to use. Learn to use it. Check your car when you buy it. If you're on your way to buying and maybe you got to this video because of a buyer's review or something, thing to look for. Also, shout out to the German engineer who over-engineered the handle that holds up the rear carpet so that I can put 2 hands on my tire and not have to pull my carpet mat out and throw it on the ground. That little tab right there. See? Right there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Perfect. All right, now I'm confusing myself mentally, world. Because I started shooting my VlogMas intro, but then I cut to, we can turn this into a tire changing video. And I was like, how do I put both sets of content together? Because I'd rather make one to do both and you can be humorous. I'm talking to an inanimate object right now, so what's the difference? Anyway, tire changing on an Audi. First, if you're gonna do this on the side of the highway, awesome. Audi makes a really cool low profile little bit for it. Make a super cool low profile jack. It actually is stored in this cubby right here. So this thing, you're probably asking yourself, Jack, why are you changing your tires so much right now? Well, here's the deal. If you follow me on Instagram, you might have seen the tire blowout. I think I have, actually, I know I have a picture of it. I'll pop it in here. The tire separated away from the wheel. After some investigation, diagnostics, some questions being asked, more than likely it was due to low tire pressure and hard cornering. I'm gonna go with more inclined on the hard cornering thing than anything else is what caused the tire to separate than low air pressure. But it is possible of low air pressure as well, because it was like 30 something degrees and then 70 degrees. So what does that do to a tire? I don't know, I'm not a tire expert like that. So I'm sure there's somebody out there who can let me know. I would assume that the tire flexing and the air temperature changing causing something to do with, there's some science in there. Anyway, pop the tire, side of the highway, middle of the highway actually, and I have been driving around on Donnie's spare tire, which is freaking like brand new, by the way. You can see the, when was this thing made actually? 2012, holy poop. Dobbs basically said that the tire wasn't road hazard warranted, and it wasn't, they gave me a prorated deal. I got another one, it was like 65 bucks, and we're gonna shove it on the car. But I'm gonna swap it from, instead of leaving it on the front, I'm gonna put it on the back. And we're gonna rotate basically both back ones. Sorry, this side's tires, and flip-flop them. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. If I notice it pulling still with this tire on there, which there's definitely a difference between how much tread is on there. Like you can see it, it's clear day. I want to rule out the theory of uneven wear across the car. I'm curious if this tire, if I'm gonna need to swap both of the front, both of the rear ones up to the front, even if I'm gonna see a noticeable difference. If I do, awesome. If I don't, awesome. But I do want to know. So, and I want to know what happens when you stick just one single tire on the car, because the rule of thumb on the internet is it's all-wheel drive, and we have to replace all four at the same time. From a person who like occasionally dabbles in tire sales, when my customers ask about what I would buy or what I would do, I always recommend an axle line, you know. So an axle line would be like that whole axle or that whole axle line, like the front or the back. And I just do that because it keeps there's a ratio here. So like if you go into a whole bunch of science about it, you've got gear ratios inside the transmission, how those input to the ground, and then you have sensors that are going to measure individual wheel speeds, and technically they're probably eventually frame rate that they're measuring in, and tell you that there's something different between those two front up there or these two front up here. I've been talking for like 7 minutes. I'm gonna edit the shit out of myself. Let's get these tires installed and get them on the car and get it done. Oh, hi, Miss Kitty. Things are awesome. Every day is awesome. Every day is Wait a minute. What does it say? Kids, don't try this method at home. This part you should definitely use. This piece right here, but the rest of this technique, allow it only, like, we'll insert the warning for trained professionals. I'm gonna title this video, How Not to Change a Tire. All right, so I'm cleaning up, doing my thing, you know, out here. I set the camera down, shut it off. I was just trying to get through the process. I was done with this portion of the day, and I was gonna move on, do some other things in life, and pick up the camera a little bit later, right? And I go to pick up the tire, and I just start looking at it. And at first glance, like, I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but the tire looks like it's leaning. Maybe I can get up. Yeah, I can see it, but the tire's got a clear wave in it. This kind of like just blows all my theories about what may or may not have been causing the car to pull. Was a few 30 seconds actually the problem? Yeah, I don't think any of it was, because I moved this tire from that side originally to this side, and it pulled to the right, and then it turned around and pulled the other way. And I'm wondering if that's the bands inside of it. I wonder if that's what that is, because it is a directional. And I put it on the wrong side of the car for like 5 miles. I did what I had to do to fix the thing that was broken on the side of the road. That's what happens. So maybe brand new old directional spun the wrong way will unwind itself. We should probably take the air out of that. I don't want that tire to explode, because I don't know if anybody, I don't know how many of y'all have seen tires shredded to the ground, or physically burned for that matter, but there's a band of cords in here, and it's theoretically possible it could take off your leg or your head, arm, you know, or just lacerate you really bad and you bleed out in your driveway, or, you know, wherever it hits you. But that does seem a little sus. Just think if that had a blowout on you on the side of the road, dude, that would be awful. Oh. All right, so I just had a good news phone call and I had to share it. So as some of you might know, it's from a business, like my personal business that I do as SPR Industries. That's my shop. That is my shop, and that is all of this stuff. That's all the customer cars. That's all the DIYs. That's all this fabricate. There's a lot of bits of the puzzle that move around in the background that I'm not going to explain everything about. Just know things are escalating, and I'm not upset about it. It's all good news stuff. And like I said before, I am just anxious. I'm not anxious to see where life takes me, because I'm not in a rush. Enjoying the present, enjoying the moments that we're in right now was probably like the biggest hurdle. People are so, as a society, as a race, as a whatever you want to call us as people, I feel like a lot of people are just rushing through society, rushing through every day to just, you know, get to the end. Well, at the end, we're dead. That's all there's left. From the day we are born, our body is slowly dying. Some of you might have heard that phrase, I've got all the time in the world, or no worries, I've got all the time in the world. Well, that's not really the case. We really don't. So being present now, and consider that. You don't have as much time in the world as you think. We are always being rushed. Take chances, live life sketch a little bit, just like 10%. That's what I tell my boys. And go after whatever it is you want now. Don't waste the time you have now thinking that you'll get to it in the future. And I know I talked about procrastination in another one, so I'm done being serious. I need to still get this shit all cleaned up, and I got more stuff to do today, so it's time to move on. This is what I'm dealing with right now. Listen, I hope you guys can hear this right now, but this is what I'm dealing with. So yeah, the audio is ridiculously choppy, and I'm not sure what's causing it. I've been through Premiere, like checking the memory. It just randomly started doing this, and honestly it's frustrating. It started doing this last night, which was day 4's vlog, which you'll see here in a few days. The audio's not choppy in that upload, but the audio is choppy when editing, and it's really frustrating, and I can't figure out what's doing it. So far, I haven't Googled the right answer. Ugh. We'll get there, though. We'll get there. All right, here. Well, all right, guys. So, ooh, poop. There we go. All right, well, I'm gonna make this sweet and simple. It's 11:10, and I didn't do an outro, so if you are loving Vlogmas and you want to keep watching Vlogmas, and the AI figured out a way to get you guys here, and you love all things European Audi and want to see more European Audi and shenanigans, smash that subscribe button, don't break your phone, and I'll see you tomorrow. I'm Audi. Peace.